Isn't it kind of hard to do? It's a bit unpleasant.
It's really hard to do.
Isn't it uncomfortable to face them after losing? For Kai Asakura, it's like getting matched with a tough opponent he dislikes. Kai Asakura is strong, but mainly relies on his flying knee and straight punch, so he's just a striker. Maybe that's why opponents have figured him out. In his last fight, he fought cleanly and shut down his opponent.
Yeah, because he just knocked him out in a flash.
That was incredible. True art. Doing that in the UFC is special. No one's stopped my takedowns like that before. He was tough. I even wondered if I could get a takedown.
Pantoja, who do you think has the advantage between us?
For me personally, well,
Was the next match on August 22nd?
that's right, isn't it? Yeah, honestly, I feel like my style has changed a bit, and this time I kind of want to really master it.
Well, about things like weight cutting and all that.
Yeah, that's right.
And now it's the intense training period and all that.
Yeah, I'm pretty much into it now.
How many weeks before do you start?
Well, basically, I start cutting weight 5 weeks before. That's usually how it goes. It's 5 weeks plus an extra week for me to mentally adjust.
Do you cut weight steadily for 5 weeks or start slow and ramp up closer to the end?
I change things every 5 weeks and have one cheat day weekly. That's how I do it.
I see. So the intense training lasts about 5 weeks?
Yes, that's right. I train hard and focus on staying injury-free.
Yes, that's right. That's pretty much representative Tsuraya's style, isn't it? There's not much difference between training before a match and regular training.
Yeah, that's the kind of approach I take.
I see.
I've been running more to lose weight. That's about it.
Do you run every day?
Basically, I run every day.
Pretty much. I don't run that hard. More like at a long distance pace.
Yeah, that's right. When I run 10 kilometers, I take it easy at a slow pace and am currently trying to lose body fat.
And you do that on the treadmill too?
After practice, I usually use the treadmill and stuff, but since it's summer now, I just run outside shirtless. Yeah.
Isn't it hot?
It's hot, but nice. Getting some sunlight. You know, when I'm always cutting weight in the morning, I feel sluggish when I wake up, but getting some sunlight really gives me energy.
Yes, that's right. Sunlight and vitamin D are important too.
I enjoy getting sunlight, so I like running in the morning.
Treadmills are really boring, you know.
They're so boring.
You know how the time shows up in front of you? This is an old story, but when I used to run on the treadmill, I used to try to hide that. Whenever I saw it, I'd think, 20 or 30 minutes left, so I hit it and kept going.
Even after running 10 minutes, I think, that's it, since the scenery never changes.
It's tough, isn't it?
So when I'm cutting weight, if I'm talking with someone while running, I can go pretty far, but yeah, when I'm alone, it's pretty tough. It's tough, yeah, 30 minutes, so it's already getting hard.
Yeah, because it's boring. Right, so everyone, this is Ray-kun.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. In this video, we'll discuss the UFC Flyweight division. Taira's and Tomoya-san's matches just finished. He scored a great knockout Ray-kun fights in August, and Asakura Kai vs Tim Elliott is next week. Let me ask you a few things. You just returned from Henry Cejudo's gym, right? How was it?
No, it was really great. Well, honestly, I feel like my style has changed a bit, and I realized there are a lot of things I need to learn. Well, after the match is over, I think I'd like to go somewhere again, yeah?
How was Henry Cejudo?
He was just strong. I already felt stuck. His wrestling takedowns are great, but his feints are also incredible. Yeah, his speed was really fast.
Oh, really? He's about as tall as Ray-kun, maybe a bit shorter?
Yeah, he's a bit shorter than me, but very solid. He taught me one-on-one the entire time. He taught me many useful things, so I learned a lot from him.
Is it hard to get a take and stuff like that?
It's hard to get a take, but even if I do, since he's a wrestler, it's tough. He was great at recovery, so I learned a lot from him. He also taught me during our daily one-on-one hour-long intense training sessions.
What was the atmosphere like? I've only seen him on screen, so my impression is that he's a huge martial arts nerd, like a really serious martial arts nerd. That's the only impression I have, but what was he actually like?
In America, like Henry Cejudo, on Saturdays, he'd invite us over to watch UFC, so we'd all gather at his place to watch together. Well, we watched it every week, so I figured he must really know his stuff, but surprisingly, it wasn't like he was super intensely focused on it or anything.
Oh, is that so?
Surprisingly, it was just like this, just watching it once a week like normal, and then turning it into a video on Monday or something like that. Something like that, I thought, so this is how it goes when you get involved in that kind of thing, but there really are a lot of interesting techniques, so it was fun after all. I guess you could say they're techniques unique to wrestlers.
Yeah, you were there for quite a long time, weren't you?
Yeah, that's right. I was there for about 2 months, so I learned a lot of different things.
I've been to America a few times. How is it? There are many different states after all.
I've tried many gyms, but each has its own style, so I can't say which is best. Honestly, having Henry Cejudo personally coach me one-on-one was the most impactful for me. I really felt like I changed a lot. At other gyms, there are a lot of different fighters and you just do sparring and stuff, but there's not as much direct teaching. You don't really get that kind of one-on-one coaching very often, right? Yeah. But Cejudo really watched over me closely one-on-one, and it was honestly amazing.
After retiring, do you want to live in America or somewhere similar, or is that not your plan?
If I could speak English, then yeah, I'd totally be up for it.
Do you feel like you're starting to get it?
Well, compared to the very beginning, I guess I've picked up a little bit, kind of, but honestly, I still can't really speak it at all.
When I listen, I can usually guess what they're saying.
I understand it, but since I can't speak, I end up feeling like, what should I do?
There are some difficult parts, aren't there?
It's tough, right? English was my biggest struggle.
But it doesn't really seem like you're trying to learn it, right? Yeah, that's right. If I tried to learn, I could probably do it just fine, don't you think?
Yeah, well, but even like this, I actually made some friends there, and we went out to eat together and stuff. Well, somehow I managed to get by, so I guess I just feel like it's probably okay, and that's how I've been living.
Yeah.
Well, I kind of want to learn, but I can't really go that far. I'm also doing martial arts, so I keep wondering when I should go. I need time to sleep too, and I wonder when I should go to English lessons. I end up thinking about a lot of things.
Yeah, that's true. But someday, maybe I don't really know, but there's always a chance I might end up living and working at a gym in America or something like that.
Yeah, that's right. It would be nice if I could go for a long period, but I'm also wondering which gym would actually be the best.
On the other hand, is there a gym you want to go to? Like, is there a place you want to check out?
Not really. Yeah. Even at the American top team, there are already many strong fighters. And even outside American top team gyms across America have champions, right? Well, I thought maybe if I went to a gym in America that suited me, I could get stronger. That's what I was thinking this time when I went.
Do many top fighters also train at Henry Cejudo's gym?
Yeah, but, well, there's Amir Albazi from the Flyweight division, and of course Henry Cejudo himself, and a few former UFC fighters. It's not like there are a ton of people, though. There are several strong fighters, mainly in the Flyweight and Bantamweight divisions. So many tough competitors were present. Well, both in regular training and sparring, it was good practice for me.
So, many fighters in Henry Cejudo's weight class gather there.
Yeah, that's right. People at American gyms are really strong strikers and go all out with intense punches. Yeah, that's how it is. But I didn't think grappling was that great.
I see.
Yeah, but Cejudo was really good at it. He was like a rock or something. Yeah. How should I put it? He was really solid. Yeah, it was really hard to deal with.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, did you train with Albaji too?
At first I did, but since Taira-kun had already decided, I eventually stopped. Still, I did it as usual.
Is he strong? What do you think?
He was pretty strong, just normally strong. He had quite a bit of power.
Do you mean his power when grappling like this?
Yeah, that's right. He really goes all out with his strikes too, Even though he's not that tall, he swings with full force. And when it comes to submissions, he can finish people in practice who usually don't get caught. So yeah, honestly, he's just strong.
He was supposed to fight Taira, right? Yeah. What do you think? Taira put on a pretty good performance yesterday too. But if they fought, do you think Taira would win? What do you think?
I think Tatsuru would probably win. That's what I think too. Well, you never really know how it'll turn out, but Albaji doesn't really care about height differences and goes all out with his punches even against taller guys, and he's actually pretty skilled. So yeah, I kind of wanted to see that fight.
Yeah, you want to see it too. Henry Cejudo is still ranked around 10th or 11th in bantamweight. I don't know how long he'll keep fighting, but if Tomoya moves up, they could fight. Yeah, right. I think this match would be interesting.
That's true. It would be interesting, yeah. But with Cejudo, there was also the eye poke incident.
Was it an eye poke? Cejudo is pretty high up, right? Is he top 5? Let me check. Cejudo is 11th, Song is 5th.
Yeah, that's right.
Right? And in the bantamweight division, Tomoya is also in the rankings.
Yeah.
I've been paying a bit of attention, but Merab is the champion, and he's just on another level of strength, isn't he? Yeah, I see. Well, since we've started talking about Taira, he won impressively yesterday. Since you watched the fight, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, that's right. He fought cleanly and stopped his opponent completely.
That's pretty much what I thought. Pak looked pretty big, so I thought maybe he'd be pretty aggressive, but actually he didn't really do anything. I don't know if it was that he didn't do anything or that he just couldn't do anything.
I thought maybe he could have been more aggressive.
Yeah.
I suppose he was strong.
Yeah, since Pak is also good in a striking match, I thought we might see him take the lead a bit. But instead, Taira was the one who landed first and scored a knockdown. That was unexpected, but he's really good.
He was just really skilled. Even that last choke, he didn't have it under the neck, but finished it over the jaw, which is honestly amazing. You need a lot of strength for that. If he had messed that up, it would have taken a lot of energy too. He did an impressive job finishing it there.
Wasn't that a choke? He wasn't really choking the neck, more crushing or twisting it. It felt more like a face crank.
Yeah, that's how it felt. When someone skilled does it, it works. He was really good.
Yeah, the face crank. Khamzat Chimaev does that too, right?
Yeah, he does it too.
Chimaev has a weight class difference, so it's wild. Who was it? Recently, Chimaev and Whitaker. Whitaker's tooth came out, right?
Yeah, something like that happened.
That's crazy, right? His tooth. That's bad. It's sticking out, that thing.
That's really bad.
Yeah, that's really bad. Well, Taira did a great job and won. Well, next, I personally think it'll probably be a rematch with either Moreno or Royval.
What do you think? But, well, there's also a chance it could be Albazi, right? Isn't there?
Is there a chance they'll cancel it and do it again?
Huh? Isn't it like that? The other day, Royval and Cape's fight got cancelled, right? They tried to do it again, but then it got cancelled again, didn't it? Something like that happened, right?
Yeah, it got cancelled once, right?
Royval fought Van, but was originally set to rematch Cape first.
Again.
It was set, but since Cape dropped out at the last minute again, didn't it end up being Van?
Yeah, that's right.
So, I feel like there's definitely a chance it could be Albaji too.
Oh, really?
I'm not sure, but what do you think?
Alubaji and, but I think it was Alubaji, right? Wasn't he supposed to do it with Pak, huh?
It was supposed to be Taira, right?
It was Steve Erteg. Sorry, it was supposed to be Steve Erteg and Pak, right? And then Alubaji and Taira. They cancelled it once. Well, cancelling and then doing it again is, I guess not, but it could happen, right?
If it's Moreno, a Royval rematch.
A rematch with Royval is pretty easy to promote, and Moreno is interesting too.
Moreno seems interesting. Moreno's really strong after all.
Yeah. But either way, if I win once, I think there's a pretty good chance I can challenge for the title. If you just want to watch a good match, who would you team up with?
For me, well, I've already seen Royval, so I think Moreno would be more interesting. But even if I go with Royval, I feel like it's a bit too soon. Maybe if we wait a little longer, it might be more interesting. If I had to do it next, I think Moreno would be more interesting. That's just my opinion.
We just haven't matched yet, There's a bit of a mystery to it, which makes it interesting, right? I feel the same way, for sure. Yeah, but either way, Pantoja and Joshua Van will probably fight, right? I just thought on my own that Pantoja would take his back and finish with a choke. Tsuraya unsurprisingly predicts Van will win. It's an interesting match.
Yeah, that's true. I don't think Van's done 5 rounds, so I'm not sure how far he'll go, or if he can get a takedown.
You mean Pantoja, right?
He might always go for a takedown, but of everyone I've faced, Van was the only one I couldn't take down. Even when I held him down, he escaped easily. Well, I know Pantoja is strong in matches, but I think my takedown ability is probably better than his, honestly. Pantoja isn't a wrestler, after all, so I'm curious to see how he'll go for takedowns. It's interesting, and I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, if I don't get a takedown, do you think I could still push him against the cage and take his back?
Yeah, but I actually tried that kind of thing myself, and honestly it was pretty tough. That's why I'm interested to see how Pantoja, as the champion, will go for takedowns. I want to see how he does it. Yeah, well, I heard in some interview or something that Royval went in with punches, but he said if it were him, he'd go for a takedown. So I'm curious how he'd actually go for a takedown. I want to see that.
So is Joshua Van really skilled? Is he strong?
Yeah, that's right. He has strong, thick legs, so he was hard to take down.
His center of gravity is naturally low, or rather he's short, so it's low.
I can usually take down wrestlers by skillfully using the wall. Well, up until now, there hasn't been anyone I couldn't take down, but he was really hard to deal with.
He's hard to handle, right?
It's not just that he's tough to deal with, it's more like he's really hard to take down.
Yeah. Is that because of his physique or something?
It's partly his physique, but also how he used his face. He was really good at that and tough to handle.
Even when I took him down, he would get back up.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's because he has that level of takedown defense that he can get in close and probably throw punches with everything he's got. Yeah, in mixed martial arts, it's rare to see people move forward like in boxing.
Yeah, because they'd get taken down.
But even then, he responds and fights that far forward. That's what makes him strong, you know?
Right? His boxing is impressive, especially his counters. I expected a closer fight with Royval. It was close, but he lost. I thought Royval would control the pace, but Van showed great skill.
Well, I wonder what Royval could have done better. Maybe he should have mixed in some takedowns instead.
But in the second round, he managed to get a pretty good rhythm going. I just wish he had done that from the start. At first, he was fighting while backing up, but I thought he would use his reach to put more pressure on from the beginning.
But well, Van was really coming forward a lot too.
Yeah, that's right.
Even when I try to keep my reach, it still feels like I'm backing off. It's tough. If I don't in fight, it seems like I'm backing off, so they're strong.
They're strong, yeah. If Pantoja can't get the takedown, it's pretty tough for him, right?
He's good at mixing in strikes to set up the takedown, but how's he gonna do it? Yeah, that's the question. How's he gonna pull it off? I thought I could get the takedown easily, but his defense was really strong. I saw the videos too, and sometimes he seemed to get taken down easily, so maybe he's gotten stronger lately. His takedown defense has improved a lot. Early in the UFC, he was taken down often, especially by single leg takedowns. I thought I could do the same, but I couldn't. I guess we'll just have to see what happens.
It's mostly a guess, but who do you think has the advantage, Pantoja or Van?
Personally, I'd say it's about 60% Van and 40% Pantoja. I'm not really sure though.
Yeah, that's right.
It felt like that, but I haven't fought Pantoja in a match, so I'm not sure. Still, it was tough.
I'm looking forward to it, but honestly, I hope Van wins.
Yeah, that's right. Well, if Van wins, personally, that's what I want. Since I lost to Van, I want him to win, and it would be great if I could get my revenge on Van and become champion. Wouldn't that be nice?
I think it would make the flyweight division more interesting.
Yeah, it should get more interesting.
Yeah, it's good for the UFC too, right? If Van wins.
That's true. Things will get mixed up again.
Isn't it good that things will get mixed up again?
Sounds interesting.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Mr. Tomoya, right? Yeah, I thought it would be more about showing wrestling, but you just knocked him out clean.
Man, that was amazing. That was really skillful. I mean, it wasn't just skillful, the timing was perfect, and you could clearly see from his face that the body shot really hurt.
Yeah, that's right. He couldn't even hide it.
Oh, that's odd. Amazing.
Hey, Tomoya-san, I just picture you as a muscle man. Do you know Muscle Man?
Yeah.
Doesn't it look just like you?
Really? I don't think it looks like me.
Doesn't it look just like you?
That's the first time I've heard that.
Oh, really? Let me know in the comments, but still, I was happy that Tomoya-san won.
Tomoya-kun was incredible, right? Was that performance or fight of the night?
No, I don't think he got it.
I thought he might get it, but it was completely different. I was really surprised.
Our knockout bonus is actually possible.
Yeah, that's right. It was really beautiful.
Yeah, it was like a highlight. Super easy to understand, and I landed a body shot. I was like, wow.
Doing that in the UFC is impressive, right?
I'm looking forward to it in the future, but the Mikazuki kick isn't really known in the overseas UFC scene, right? They don't even call it Mikazuki kick anymore, do they? So they just call it a front kick. They describe landing the front kick with the top of the foot, but in Japan, it's standard practice. It's because many fighters have a karate background.
So that's how it is.
It's not well known, or it's a technique that gets little attention.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Wow, is that so?
I thought that would really benefit Japanese fighters since Takaru landed it once on Superlek. I wondered, what is this mysterious technique? It's a bit off topic, but I found it really interesting.
Yeah, practicing could help, especially since I'm a southpaw.
You're a southpaw, right? I saw on social media you've been training a lot at the boxing gym.
I wear a chest heart rate monitor during training to track my stamina so I can't fake it. I have it measured to push myself harder.
Oh, so it's more about pushing yourself. So rather than focusing on boxing technique, it's more about pushing your limits.
Well, I do work on my boxing technique, but on top of that, I also try to push myself to my limits.
It's actually quite a while ago, but I used a heart rate monitor, maybe 3 or 4 years ago, or maybe even longer. It was popular overseas, and I think all mixed martial arts fighters used it and probably still do.
Yes, I still use it.
Not many in Japanese mixed martial arts use it now, right?
Yeah, there aren't. That's right. You don't see people wearing it in Japan, but in America, guys like Albazi and others wear it, even for sparring.
That's a little scary though.
Yeah, but everyone spars with it on.
Everyone wears mitts and stuff, right?
Yeah, that's right. They watch and do it on their phones, so Japanese people barely notice. Maybe America's a bit more advanced.
It's about seeing how hard you're working with real numbers. If you rely on mood or atmosphere, weight loss or fatigue can make things feel harder than they are. But checking your heart rate monitor often shows your heart rate isn't as high as it feels.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, a lot of overseas athletes were using it as an indicator that they're getting close to overworking themselves. Yeah. Looking at the data, you can clearly see your performance drop during that 1-minute interval. If you keep noticing poor results, you start thinking, maybe I need to take a break. More athletes overseas are now using it.
Yeah, that's right. That's what I'm doing now. Like, how much I can recover in 1 minute and all that, and, well, how I am myself, you know. Like, how many seconds it takes to get into that zone and stuff like that. Yeah, that's what they're having me do.
Yeah, I sometimes look at Instagram stories. You post a lot, right? Yeah. How long are the intervals? Like 3 or 4 minutes and stuff like that?
Well, I do it in several sets, but at first I start off lightly, like with shadow boxing, and try to get up to about 70 or 80%. Then for the next set, I go at 80% and so on. Gradually, I keep increasing it, well, up to about 90 or 91% max. I raise it to around 91 or 92%. The very first time when I went all out to the max, I ended up throwing up. I just pushed myself way past my limit.
Yeah.
I tried to hold it in, but I couldn't and threw up. That was my limit.
That's interesting, isn't it? But what do you think about that?
Yeah, it's interesting. But, well, for me, when I'm hitting the punching bag, I really go all out. But when it gets tough, if I'm alone, sometimes I end up taking it easy, you know? You can't really lie to yourself about that, so unless I give it my all, it doesn't feel like it's over.
It's amazing how you feel like people are watching to see if you can push yourself even further.
It's tough, but I thought it would be good if it's for the sake of becoming stronger, yeah.
I'm looking forward to it. Training in all sorts of new places and learning different techniques and such.
Yeah, that's right. Well, training in all sorts of different places. I think it's good to just keep what suits you best in the end and go with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fun to be able to pick up all kinds of skills. My own batting still has a long way to go. Sometimes I think, oh, there's something like this too.
I know I'll be criticized, but I've always thought Reikun has great batting sense.
Oh, really?
Even back when we practiced at Palestra Kashiwa, you already had great timing and instincts. No one really taught you that, right?
Yeah, that's right.
So you can only call that talent, right? Yeah, it's fast. So is the next match on August 22nd?
Yeah, that's right.
That Mongolian player's name is tough to pronounce, but it should be listed here.
Yes.
Mongolian players often visit places like Gladiator, right? Yeah, they do. They're all strong.
Yeah, that's right. Quite a few Mongolians have come, but they're all strong. Like the undefeated ones. Yeah, there are a lot of guys like that, so you really can't let your guard down.
What are your thoughts on your opponent? Do you study their footage?
Yeah, I watched it. Well, I watched it a few times, but rather than saying he's really good at striking, he just has a lot of momentum, he throws hooks and straight punches, that kind of thing. But when it comes to grappling, I get the impression he gets taken down pretty easily, so I feel like I should be able to take him down without too much trouble.
Hikama's pretty rough, isn't he?
Yeah, he's tough. I expect him to come out swinging hard in the first round, but if I control it, he'll likely tire, so I think I can finish him in the second or third.
You want to finish him, right?
This time, I really want to finish him and feel good about it.
So, Reikun, do you always go for the finish?
Yeah, I'm always aiming for the finish, but in my debut fight, I tried too hard and got a bit tired. So I try to remember to watch carefully in the first round, and then I always think I want to finish it around the second round.
And of course, you want to win by submission, right?
Getting a submission is easier for me. Once in position, I just attack and finish. With punches, even if you throw many, your opponent might still survive.
I see, that's true.
Yeah, it's definitely easier to finish from the back while striking. That's true, yeah.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. Have you ever gotten a technical knockout with ground and pound in your career?
Yeah, I've gotten some with ground and pound. Have you? I haven't really finished anyone just trading punches standing, but I've gotten 4 or 5 submission wins with ground and pound.
Oh, really? That's a great finish rate. So even after trying both, you still like submissions best?
Ground and pound is good, but finishing with a submission after is better. In the UFC, refs may not stop fights even if someone's bloody, so just pounding isn't always enough. So I think it's better to finish with a choke and put them to sleep properly, you know? Yeah.
Unless it's a serious injury, people will boo loudly when the fight stops.
There are some people who are really in bad shape, you know, like they're so messed up and you wonder, are they really going to keep going?
Fights rarely stop just for a cut. If there's severe damage, like a badly injured eye or a broken nose, fans understand stopping. But for a simple cut, people expect the fight to continue.
That's true. If you choke someone out properly, it's easier. Well, maybe easier isn't the right word, but it's better that way, right? So that's what I'm aiming for. I'm better at that kind of thing.
Shanghai this time? Yeah, it's nearby, which is nice.
Since it's close, I don't have to worry about the time difference, which is good.
Do you usually go a week before the match?
Yeah, that's right. The match is on Friday, so I usually leave on Sunday the week before.
I see. You're looking forward to it, right? And your seconds will be the usual Okada-san and Representative Tsuraya?
Yes, since it's just before the match, it'll be Okada-san. That's why Seiji might go too.
Seiji-kun's second works.
Since it's Shanghai and nearby, I might use him like a servant.
Well, let's see. Seiji-kun, can we call him a mixed martial arts fighter now? Something about knockouts.
He's still an amateur.
So he's considered an amateur, right?
He wrestled through college and is my junior.
I met him at Kiziman's gym, that's right. What about the future? It's mixed martial arts, right?
Yes.
Which organization do you prefer?
No, well, in the end, I'm aiming for the UFC. Ah, I see. But at first, anywhere is fine.
I'm initially waiting for offers from anywhere.
But you always say you'll be a 7-division UFC champ.
A 7-division champion. Where will you start?
From Flyweight.
Are you going to move up from Flyweight? I see. I'm looking forward to it. You haven't decided on your next fight yet, right? Not yet. Everyone, please follow him on Instagram. What social networking service are you using? Instagram. Okay, please follow from the link in the description. Also, he's waiting for fight offers. I forgot what we were discussing. Right, it was about being a second. Okada-san is having his retirement match.
That's right, it's just a week later, so I can't really put too much burden on him. Yeah, that's how it is. This time it's a bit tough, but that's how it is.
Yeah, a retirement match, huh? That's amazing. Reikun, do you think you'll properly decide and have a retirement match someday?
I wonder about that. Well, maybe it wouldn't be so bad to decide, or maybe it's okay to decide. If it's just one last time, like, since it's the last time, maybe I'll give it my all. In that sense, it might be good to do it that way.
You know, when it's your last match, it kind of becomes a hot topic and gets a lot of attention. I think a lot of people want to see a final match, so in that sense, it's good. But at the same time, I think it's also cool to suddenly retire like Khabib did.
That's true. But honestly, I can't really think about the end yet. Yeah, I feel like I need to become champion first before I even start thinking about that.
You never really know until that time comes, right? Okada-san, please do your best. Seriously, I really have to go see it properly since so many things are changing. It's amazing that Okada-san retired and Kana-san got married too. When news like that suddenly comes out, it really surprises you, doesn't it?
It really is surprising.
I'd like to ask about the highlights of the Kai Asakura versus Tim Elliott fight. You know Tim Elliott, right?
Yes, I know him well.
Oh really? What type of fighter is he?
Well, of course, he's a veteran and a strong fighter, and he hasn't lost by knockout very often.
I don't think he's been knocked out except maybe early in his career.
He might have been knocked out early in his career, but he hardly ever loses by knockout now, and he can finish fights too. He actually had a pretty good match against Mokaev, right? People might think he's not that strong, but, well, maybe not super strong, but still, he even beat Runbekov, didn't he?
Did he win? I'll check. Tim Elliott is definitely tough and has amazing stamina, and that...
Isn't it a bit unpleasant? He's so persistent. Yeah. So, he's just really strong, right? I mean, for Kai Asakura, it feels like he's been matched up with a pretty tough opponent, don't you think? If it were a striker with stronger punches, he might be able to win more easily, maybe by knockout. But Tim Elliott is pretty tricky to deal with, isn't he? He's kind of a tough opponent.
Yeah, he's tough to fight.
And also, after you lose to him, he just feels like an annoying opponent, doesn't he?
If you lose, you just think I lost to Tim Elliott.
That's what makes it interesting, right? Will it be a knockout, or can Tim Elliott surprise us? Kai Asakura is strong, but mainly uses his flying knee and straight punches. Maybe people have figured him out after his last fight, or maybe those moves will still work. In Japan, especially in RIZIN, Japanese fighters are known for great striking, which could intimidate some foreigners. They don't really care about that kind of thing, right? So that's interesting too. That's something to watch for.
Yeah, that's true. Tim Elliott isn't great at striking, but as you said, he's awkward to face. He's kind of weird. Like Dominic Cruz, it's actually pretty hard to land strikes on someone with such an awkward style.
That's true.
But when you land a hit, it almost feels accidental.
But yeah, if it happens, it might turn out that way if I win by knockout. So it's interesting. Was it the next UFC?
It's UFC 319, so August 17th.
The 17th, oh, that's a week before mine.
Yes, they overlap.
Yeah, that's right. So it might be just the right kind of motivation before the match. Ha ha ha.
UFC 319 with Duplessis versus Chimaev as the main event is very interesting.
That's really interesting.
That one, right? It's good. I think Duplessis will win.
It feels like he's gonna win, right? I always think he might lose, but he ends up winning.
It's kind of strange, isn't it?
It's hard to deal with, right? It's definitely hard to deal with.
I don't really like it, but Chimaev is cooler.
That's true.
The way he fights is good too.
He's interesting, isn't he?
For some reason, I can't shake the feeling that Duplessis will win.
That's true. Duplessis is strong. He's strong no matter what.
He's physically strong, isn't he?
That's right.
I'm looking forward to that too. The UFC Flyweight division is really interesting right now. Everyone, please make sure to tune in on August 22nd. I think UNEXT will be streaming it, so please support me. Thank you. Also, the link is posted on Reiku's social media profile, so please follow as well. Sorry about that. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you.